Welcome back to the Arena Podcast, the place for all entrepreneurs and artists to come and bring awareness to their brand, business, and or talents. Me being an entrepreneur / artist myself, I, Hoodie Frankliano, made it my business to create the ultimate platform for all of us to grow together. So I hit up Gut Check, brought in Pebbles for that strong woman opinion, and together we bring you the Arena Podcast. But this is much more than a podcast. It's a networking community. So now that you're here, you part of the family. And family support is the most important support because in most cases, the family is the first to show love and help the awareness stretch. So make sure you follow us on IG at The Arena Podcast and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search The Arena ! Podcast. Make sure you type that exclamation point. To submit music or book an interview, send us an email at thearenapodcast18@gmail.com. Business owners, ask about our extremely affordable sponsorship programs. Thank you all for listening. Enjoy the show. Okay, everybody, welcome back to the Arena Podcast. Hoodie Frankliano here. I got my team here with me as always. Pebbles, what's good?
What's good? What's good?
What up, Pebbles? Gut Check, what's good?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What's up, everybody? Y'all in store for a nice interview tonight. We got a special guest here. We're really going to let the bro tell his story from beginning to end. Professional basketball player, but it wasn't always that sweet. Had to fight to where he's at. Everybody, we want to welcome Eugene Campbell to the podcast. What's good, bro?
Look.
How's everything, man? You good? How are you?
I'm good. All right, man. Hanging in there. Getting used to these gas prices.
Yo, these shits is wearing me out. I don't know about y'all, but damn, these things is going hard. These gas prices is crazy high out here.
Crazy.
They just raised the prices to make up for when they dropped down to below when it went to like -$5 a barrel.
Exactly.
Because there's no shortage.
Right.
Because when there's a shortage, right, you have lines, you have like alternate days where you could get gas. There's none of that. There's no shortage.
Exactly.
He's just getting jacked.
You know,
They making us pay it all back. That's what it is.
Yeah, all that money that people got during COVID, they just collecting that back.
they collecting it right back. And you know, I heard somewhere too that they saying they really want a lot of the world to be, well, a lot of the U.S. to be pushing electric cars by 2028. So this is going to be the incentive to get people to want to go electric and shit.
No, they definitely do want people to go to electric because we have the most oil reserves, but we don't use them.
Right.
So my thinking is that we're holding on to the oil till we switch to electric, and then we sell the oil at a price that the other countries can't even, drill it. And so we undercut their, we cut their account.
Yep, that's facts. That's facts.
But they need to diversify now before, if they have any brains, they need to get out of just oil.
Right. That makes sense. Well, it don't make sense, but that's what it is, right? But yo,
They didn't send me a memo. I'm just guessing.
It sounds good to me.
Very educated guess right there.
All right, Eugene. I'm sure we're not here to discuss gas, though. So go ahead. I told him your name and everything, but go ahead and give yourself the proper introduction for the people out there.
So my name is Eugene Campbell III from Jersey City, New Jersey. Currently live in Carteret, and I just want to talk about my crazy story. I just want to motivate some people out there who, struggle to get where they are today, whether it's sports, whether it's life, whether it's any occupation that they have a passion for, and just keep going. My story is basically keep going no matter what obstacles you face and what adversity comes in your way. Just keep going.
That's fire. That's fire. You came to the right place because our listeners tap in and they're really going to be engaged in your story. And I'm sure you're going to touch on people because just by reading the bio, you know. But we want to get into it, bro. So go ahead and let's start the journey. What high school you went to?
I went to East Brunswick Tech. So I went to a vocational school. Did not care about basketball for the most part up until my senior year. I went there for a trade school, and I just went there to get my education. And basketball wasn't really in the back of my mind, but it still was at the same time because I was playing basketball when I was when I was an adolescent, and I played in middle school. But the problem is I kept changing the schools. I went to like maybe 5 or 6 different schools before I even like settled down. Like I went to Lutheran Parochial in Jersey City, and then I went to St. Al's in Jersey City on West Side, and then I went to a school called Menu, and then I went to another school called St. Joe's. Went there for about 2 years, and then I went to another school just for 8th grade. And during this process, only one of those schools had a basketball team, so I only played basketball 6th and 7th grade, like in middle school before high school. Okay. So it was just a lot of change every time I turned around. I was the new kid in the class.
Right.
And I never really was able to build like long-time friendships with anybody until high school. So it was a little, you know.
Okay. So let's talk about that moment when you actually did fall in love with basketball and realize that that's the route you wanted to take.
Okay, so my freshman year, even though I wasn't really taking it that seriously, a lot of kids my age, when we were like 13, 14 years old, didn't really take it seriously. But you wanted to do it because, you know, like it was in the family. It was something that, you know, kept you active. So, you know, I tried out for the team my freshman year, and the coach told me that I wasn't good enough to make the team. So I was kind of confused because a lot of the kids that were there weren't really better than me at all. They weren't physically better than me. They weren't like more skilled than me. So it was a little disappointing for me. So I took that to heart. You know, I didn't necessarily tell everybody I took it to heart, but I took it to heart, and I just started grinding. And that whole summer, leading up to my sophomore year, I was just, you know, at the park every day, in the gym every day, just working out, just making sure that don't happen again. And when my sophomore year came, I made the team, and I started over everybody for the most part that he cut me on. So after that, I played varsity my junior year, and I started taking basketball really seriously my senior year on my last game. The last game of my senior year is when I decided that I wanted to play basketball. For real.
Okay.
It was the very last game. I had a really good game. I had 21 points. It was like my best game, and then I just felt like I had nothing to lose. And then when I played like I had nothing to lose, I played very well. So then I was like, you know what, this is not so bad. I think I could do this because, like, you know, I was just overthinking when I was like younger and playing. Like, if I do this, I mess up, the coach gonna take me out. But at that moment, at that last game, I literally had nothing to lose because it was my last game, and I would never be able to play high school basketball again. So I was like, you know what, let me just go for it. Yep. And I played very well. And from that moment on, I just said, you know what, I'm gonna play college basketball. But it was rough because, you know, I didn't have the best high school basketball career, so I didn't have any recruiting looking at me to play anywhere. I didn't get recruited to play anywhere in college. Not one college out of high school my way. So I knew that, you know, I had to start from scratch. So that's when I walked on at community college. I went to play JUCO, and that whole summer leading up to the JUCO, I just grinded, just went hard. You know, was in the gym every day again, and actually made the team. But when I made the team, it was a little political. So I had to earn my way up to the rotation. So in the beginning of the season, like preseason, leading up to the first game, I was probably like 10th man off the bench.
Gotcha.
But it was our first game of the season, and we were down by about 6 to 8 points. And the coach just spontaneously threw me in the game. You know, and I was ready. He threw me in there. I scored 10 straight points. Came up with my thing. I was on the newspaper and everything. And from that moment on, I became the 6th man. Like, I didn't start because the 2 guard, he was a 1,000-point scorer. He was really good. But I was the 6th man. I came off the bench like Lou Williams, spark of energy, you know, put the ball in the hole. Like, and when I first played college, like, the coach used to make jokes like, "He don't know none of the plays. He don't know nothing you doing, but he know how to put that ball in the hole."
That's all you need.
And that stuck with me, for real. And so after my freshman year was over, sophomore year was coming, and you know, a lot of players left. So it was my time to shine. and I took advantage of the starting role. I became the leading scorer of the team, became an all-conference player, became most improved player, and had a really good season. So that definitely boosted my confidence. It definitely boosted my the scouts, the recruiters started actually looking at me to play in college. One Division II offer and the rest D3s, which I wasn't really too mad about because I just wanted to play 4-year. My ultimate goal in JUCO was to play at a 4-year school. So, once I got those offers, I decided to go to NJCU. It's actually like right where I grew up at, where my family's from, so I was close to home. Right. And decided to go to NJCU. Went over there and I walked on as well. I didn't really get recruited to play there. I got recruited to play at Rutgers North, and I got recruited to play at Felician, but I didn't get recruited to play there. I walked on, another situation, started from the bottom. I came over there. They had a really good program. It just came off of a championship season. So I came over there, stat team, probably like 14th man off the bench, because I wasn't even a recruit. I was a walk-on. So I had to start from the bottom again. And it was a rough experience my junior year, but it was also a learning experience because I learned a lot about myself mentally, and I got physically stronger because that league definitely had stronger guys. I was always a slimmer dude, but definitely helped me become tougher, especially on defense. And that carried over to my senior year, which I didn't start my senior year either, but I definitely got a lot more playing time. And I mainly wanted to just hoop, but I wanted to make sure my education was good as well. So, I ended up graduating with a 3.76 GPA with my bachelor's. And, after playing ball collegiately, I wanted to pursue a professional basketball career, but I'm at the same time, I want to finish my education, but at the same time, I want to play. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to talk to my coach. So I was like, Coach, can I be on the coaching staff as a grad assistant? And he said, yeah, sure. So he put me on the team as a grad assistant, and I was an assistant coach, and I was going to grad school for free. Got lucky and gave me the opportunity, took advantage of it, and it was great because I learned how to look at basketball from another perspective, and it got me better when I got on the court. So during this time period, I'm in school, I started playing in a semi-pro league, and I got better. I got a lot better, and I started understanding the game a little bit differently. And I used the coaching techniques my head coach used. I watched some of the players that play on the team, the other opponents. I just really started watching basketball. It was like watching film in super HD. I'm like, yo, I'm watching, I understand, I'm learning things. So when I go to a game, I'm doing these moves that these college kids are doing that. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely a learning experience. And so I actually got my master's in 2020 in psychology. Wow. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to walk because I graduated during COVID. But the degree is the degree. I'll take it.
It's still yours. You can't get it back.
Yeah. So got the degree, and COVID struck. You know what I'm saying? So it's rough. Everything just got real rough. Everybody knows how that went. It just got rough. But it definitely helped me. A lot of people, could say that COVID hurt them. It helped me to just really lock in. It's a time period where basketball is not going on at all. Nothing is going on. So this is the time that'll make or break. It's like I'm in the gym grinding every day. Some people let COVID affect them to the point where a lot of people say, I gained that quarantine weight or whatever. I used the quarantine to just go 10 times harder than I already was. And as a result, it definitely helped me out. So when things started opening back up, I started going to the combines for this league called the TBL. Okay. So I went to the combine and made training camp. But I went to 2 teams. The first team I went to, they took me out to the combine. It was in Syracuse. I took a 4-hour drive. They paid for a hotel for me to stay there. Went to the combine. Played well, in my opinion, and to other players. But the coach, he said that we have other players that do the same thing as you, so we don't need you. So I got to take the 4-hour drive back, mad, and whatever. But I still kept my head up. There was another TBL team that was in Brooklyn, so I went over there. And I went to their combine. I played very, very well because I had a big chip on my shoulder from the first team. Yeah, and I got invited to the training camp. Nice. As soon as I got invited to the training camp, 2 weeks later, I got a call to play overseas. Nice. It was the craziest thing that happened to me. It was like, my agent was like, yo, I got an opportunity for you. Go overseas, go to a small country called Moldova. It's not the highest paying league. It's not the highest league, but it'll get your foot in the door and open up an opportunity for you. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take advantage of this. the coach was like, "Oh, the TBL is a good program." I said, "No, I want to go overseas. Like, this is what I want to do." Mm-hmm. So took advantage of that. Boom. I was more than ready. I was in shape. I was working on my game every day. So it was time to get to work. Over there, ready, prepared. First game, had 37 points. Didn't look back from there. Ended up leading the country in scoring, averaging 39.5 points a game. Led the country in steal, averaging 5 steals a game. I was the best two-way player there. I was the best player there, to be honest. But I did my thing. I was proud of myself. I was so proud of myself, but it wasn't enough for me. I was like, I need more. I need more. So I came back home in May of 2021. I ended up playing in that same TBL team for the last 4 games. They picked me up to play. So I ended up going back there anyway. Played 4 games with them, played well, averaged about 12 points a game. I came off the bench because they were stacked when I came there, but I still did my thing. Had 2 20-point games, so it was cool. And grinded that whole summer, played in all like pro-ams. I started getting invited to play in pro-ams outside the state because they seen that I played professional basketball and I was pretty good. So I got invited to play in Tennessee and Louisiana. Scored 40 points in both of their pro-ams, so definitely got some respect from people down south. And started playing in New York leagues, started playing in West Forth, and started playing in Gersh. Really, really popular leagues in New York, and definitely like earned my respect in the area, the tri-state area, and other states. And September came, and I got the opportunity to play in Armenia. So since I already played somewhere else, it was easier for me to get an opportunity to play in another country.
Nice. So
I played in Armenia. Was top 10 in scoring, top 10 in rebounds, top 10 in assists, and number 1 in free throw percentage. Had a good season, first half of there. Got offered the opportunity to play in Portugal in this season. Took advantage of it. It was a team that was, paying pretty good money, higher league than Armenia, so I elevated even more. And the team needed somebody to score the ball. And like I told you, my coach said, you don't know how to do nothing, but you know how to put the ball in the hole.
That's perfect.
I know how to do plays and all that after once I got better, but me putting the ball something that never left me. It was something that I always knew how to do since I was a kid. So the team was 4-6 when I got there. I came in, first game, had a 20-plus point game. I think it was like 22 or 23 points. And by the end of the season, we went to the semifinals. They'd never been to the semifinals before. So led them to the semifinals and was 1 game away from being in the championship. And when I got there, we ended up being 15-6. So when I got there, they was 4-6.
Damn.
It was 15-6. So
nice.
I made a big difference on the team and led them to their first semifinal appearance. So just elevation, it's like credit. It's like my credit score was horrible when I first started playing basketball, and I just kept paying my credit card bill, and it just kept going up. Right. So it had its ups and downs, but I always make sure that I'm on top of it. Always making sure I'm taking care of my body. Another thing about athletes, like you can go to the gym 15,000 times a day, but you got to make sure you take care of your body. I'll make sure I stretch every day. I make sure I take care of my body, get massages, make sure you get the proper rest. Talk about no days off. No, you need days off. I take about 2 to 3 days off in a week, especially in the off season.
Okay.
Your body has to recover. Your body has to recuperate.
Right.
It doesn't matter, young, old, whatever. You have to make sure you recover.
Right.
In order for your body to perform at its best abilities.
Right.
And also diet is very important too. I'm a pescatarian. I've been a pescatarian for about 5 years now. Like, nothing against meat. Anybody who eats meat, nothing against you. But just try to limit, some of the meats that you eat because they're not really good for you and they cause inflammation in your body. So just some tips for anybody out there, not even just sports, just that want to live a healthier lifestyle. Just be mindful of what you put in your body and make sure that you taking care of your body because we only get one body, And I'm just blessed. I'm just very blessed, and I'm thrilled to be able to tell my story, and hopefully I can inspire some people, man.
Absolutely. That's fire, bro.
I like the analogy with the credit.
Yeah, that's perfect. That was a perfect one.
Thank you, man.
That makes it real fun.
It was off the top, man. I just
just roll with
it. It was perfect.
Yep.
It was real clear. Yeah. All right. Low credit and high credit. I got you.
Yep. And like you said, when people
as far as fish, what's your preferred fish?
I love salmon. I love swordfish. Portugal was perfect because it's like unlimited seafood out there. They get all their fish from the ocean,
fresh,
and they're known for seafood. So it was like the perfect country to go to with my diet. They was like, "What do you eat?" I was like, "I don't eat meat. I eat fish." They was like, "Perfect. We got a seafood restaurant for you." And she goes, yeah, so it was beautiful. Yeah.
And what do you have with the fish?
What do I have with the fish? Baked potatoes, or sometimes I have, baked potatoes, and sometimes we just had the fish. Like it was so much fish like on the plate that you could off that. And then he had like a bowl of salad and some olives, and I was just good off that. It was beautiful.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Fish will fill you up. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes I had to force myself to eat the salad because I was just full off the fish.
Full off the fish and shit.
Right.
That's dope that you said that too, because people think going to the gym going to solve everything when it really don't. You could go to the gym all day, but if you ain't eating right and resting your body too, you ain't gonna see no results at all.
It's a waste. It's a waste of time.
Facts. It's all about eating. And then I want you to go back though a little bit to that moment after you didn't make the freshman team in your high school. What made you want to go harder? Because, a lot of people would have been like, man, maybe let's change directions at this point. But you was like, nah, this is it. I'm about to go harder and stuck with it. And then it got you to where you at today. But what was that initial feeling that made you want to just keep going at it?
It was like, it just created a permanent chip on my shoulder that I got to this day. It was just the feeling of rejection. It hurt, especially when you feel like you work harder than a lot of people that was in the room that actually made the team. Yeah. It just, it just made me want to work harder. Just gave me a big chip on my shoulder. It was like the determination that I needed. It was like that was an event in my life that I needed to make me the person I am today. Mm-hmm. I feel like everything happens for a reason, and that needed to happen. Yeah. It was a wake up call that you wake up for, like, to this day. Yep. I'm still woke about that. I still think about that all the time. Like, when I don't working out.
He was like, you picked him? Oh,
yeah.
Let me show y'all something. Happening again. Let me show y'all. Yeah, that ain't happening again.
The people they cut me over, I started over them the next year, so it was crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
See?
Yeah.
I understand that motivation.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too, 100%. And I understand what you went through.
Dedication and hard work. Look, see how 1 year, the progress and everything, look how the turnaround was. You was right ahead and before them. I wanted to ask, can you name a favorite basketball player, past, present, or future, that really motivated you and that's continuing motivating you right now?
Yeah, of course. Paul Pierce is my favorite player all the time. My friends be like, why you like Paul Pierce? He reminds me of myself in so many ways. Like, he's a great player that was just never really got the respect that he deserved in so many ways. Like, dude was an NBA champion, Finals MVP. A lot of people don't really talk about him and list him in that list of the great basketball players. But if you look at his statistics and you look at the categories that he is, like, he's top 20 in scoring of all time. He's top 50 in assists, like top, I think, 30 or 40 in rebounds. Like, he's one of the best basketball players in the history of the game. And he's top 75. When they did the top 75, he was on it. Growing up, my favorite color was green. I've always been a Boston Celtics fan. And I just like the fact that, like, he talk a lot of smack and he back it up on the court, And when the team needed him to score, when he put the team on his back, he always came through. So
fire. That's, you talk about the truth, right? The truth.
Yeah, man, the truth.
I don't know why at first when you said it, it registered as Chris Paul in my head, but then as you started talking, you said Paul. Yeah. The truth. Yeah.
Truth, man. Yeah. A lot of people don't give him the respect, man. He was one of them.
Definitely was. He was clutch. And he knew how to play, like, defense too,
Yeah.
So, and he was a big leader out there too. So, what's your height?
My height?
Yeah.
I'm 6'2".
6'2". Okay. So you like a 2 guard, 1 guard?
Point. Yeah. Okay. Scoring point guard. Yo. Because if you dropping 20 and 30 and 40, you like a A. Well, I was a 2 guard too. Yeah. I guess you could say even though Paul Pierce is my favorite player, when people say who I play like, they compare me to Chris Middleton. I don't know why, but I get that often.
Okay. That's solid, though. You got a good, solid, all-around game right there.
Yeah, I get compared to Chris Middleton a lot, and Jamal Crawford.
Okay.
This is just other people saying that. People be telling me that. Yeah.
Jamal Crawford is a beast, and I'm mad to see him go out the way he did as an unsigned free agent. Eventually, teams just stopped picking him up. But I still, to this day, think he got some in the tank and could fit on the team somewhere.
Definitely.
It was one highlight Jamal Crawford. It was one highlight. I think he was in college or something. He was like dribbling down the court backwards and just turned around half court and just shot that shit and made it.
Yeah, I think I seen that. Yeah,
he just out there fucking around and shit.
He was different. Arguably one of the best handles in NBA history. His handles is ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a beast, man. Okay, so you say you're a Celtics fan, so I'm sure that you're pretty excited nowadays. Y'all back in the finals.
Yeah, first time in like 10 years, man. Actually 12 years. We ain't been in the finals since we played against Kobe and lost in Game 7.
Facts. And Paul Pierce was there. Yep. And now the Celtics, if they win this year, they'll have more rings than the Lakers, so it's a lot of significance this year.
Yeah. We just got to stay consistent. That's the thing. Like, we played very well in Game 1 and Game 2. We just kind of let them do whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
Curry's going to do what Curry's going to do. You just got to make sure the other guys don't step up like Jordan Poole and Wiggins.
Yeah, all them guys. You can't let Wiggins and Poole go off.
Yeah.
Curry going to get his anyway.
Yeah, just like Tatum going to get his, but the role players on the Celtics got to step up. Yeah.
Pebbles could be a witness. I'm a Sixers fan, you feel me? And she done been there for every fucking heartache and all the pain we done been through these past years. I still remember watching that Sixers Raptors game and Kawhi Leonard hit that fucking 3.
Ooh, the one that bounced around the rim.
Bro, I still remember where I'm sitting right there.
I know that hurt. Ooh.
Bro, it still hurt to this day because that's the closest we've been since. And I was even mad because Leonard came over for one season to the Raptors and just messed up everything in the East and left.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, you gonna do us like that, man?
How you feel about James Harden, though?
I ain't really like the fact that he came over there because I had a feeling he was already he gained a lot of weight because he didn't want to be in Brooklyn. You feel me? And then he came over looking like a dark-skinned Homer Simpson. And I was pissed because in the playoffs, he gave us one game when he dropped 30. It was like a slap in the face. He look, I could get busy, but I ain't really rocking with y'all like that.
Yeah. His off season got to be real good. He got to make sure he dropped down in weight because when he lost weight when he played in Houston, he's unguardable.
Right.
When his shape that he's supposed to be, he's unguardable.
Right.
The best scorer. Yeah.
Right, and he get that together, I think, because he worked well with big men, so him and Embiid should be able to do better.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I see y'all going back to y'all didn't even go to the Eastern Conference. Yeah, I can see y'all making it to the Eastern Conference. I don't know. I got to see Boston, man.
We got to get there. Y'all looking dangerous. Y'all going to be dangerous for a while over there. Word. Okay, so let's switch gears a little bit and talk about the what's it called? Walk a Mile in Our Shoes Incorporation?
Yep.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, so Walk a Mile in Our Shoes Incorporated was founded in 2019. Me and a colleague of mine decided to, we had some shoes, we had some clothes at the crib that we wasn't really using no more. Had some Jordans, he had some Nikes. We're like, you know what, let's help some people out. My mom was like, to do some community service, you should give back. I was like, you know what, let's do it. So on a spontaneous night, I think it was February 3rd, 2019, it was probably about 20 degrees outside. We went to North New Jersey. It was brick, right by the train station where they have a big homeless population. And we gave up 20 pairs of brand new and gently worn sneakers and some clothes to everybody in need in that station. We had enough for everybody. Wow. And after doing it, it just felt so heartwarming. And me and my boy was like, wow, that was really cool. That was really dope. We should start going to different locations. But it was like, yeah, we should go to Jersey City. Where you from? I was like, yeah, I gotta get back to my people. Mm-hmm. Went to Jersey City, went to Journal Square, gave out maybe 20, 30 pair of shoes. At that point, towards the second one, other people started donating because after we did the service or whatever we did, we posted on social, and then people seen it wow, I like what he's doing. I want to do. And at this time I was in college, so I had people in college donating sneakers, donating clothes. I started telling people on campus what I was doing, started helping out. Went to Jersey City, then went to New Brunswick, then we went to Plainfield, then we went to Rahway, then we went to Patterson, and then I'm a part of a fraternity. And once I got the fraternity involved, they was like, nah, let's do this. Like, it's the philanthropy of the organization. So then I started like a lot of brothers involved, and it started getting so big that it was time to make it into an official business, 501c3. So we made official 501c3, and last year, like about a year and change ago, and we started being very organized with what we were doing, flyers. We started having like 30 to 40 people come to services. Then we started going out of the state. Actually did a couple services in Philly. We did a service in Utah, and I actually did a service in Moldova when I went overseas. So we were just doing it all over. And we're at the point where now we're looking, we're about to get some news coverage. I've been talking to News 12, so we're going to have some news coverage. I got a big fundraiser event coming up on the 25th of this month. And we partnered up with Whole Foods Market, and Whole Foods Market gave us a lump sum donation. And towards the nonprofit, definitely big news. And we actually have a little partnership with a brand called Smart Wool that makes socks. And they donated some socks to us. They're actually going to send us some more. And we got a couple sponsors that we're all working on, and a couple people from the frat sponsored it. So the growing organization is going very well right now. We're doing a lot of big things. And yeah, we hoping to hit almost every town in Jersey that needs help, and also around the world.
Okay. Okay.
Feels good to get back to the people.
Absolutely. I'm sure.
The initial 20 shoes that you gave out, where did those come from?
It came from my house, came from my boy's house, came from pops, my mom's. Like, it was just an in-house little thing that we did, getting ready for spring fitting, and just went to help some people out. I actually gave out some brand new pair of sneakers. Like, my boy, he was mad. I had some Concord 11s, Jordan Concord 11s that was sitting in my closet for a long time. Those go from. So my boy like, yo, what are you doing?
Right?
I'm like, I'm for these, man. Like, somebody else can use these more than me. And then he ain't going to give them away. So he was like, I'm like, man, just give them away. Like, bro, what is it? In my closet for like the next however many years, when somebody who don't even got shoes could use them. It starts raining. Some people got holes in the bottom of their shoes. Their feet getting wet. Their socks getting wet. Like, they can have it. But they'll
right.
I'm not one of those people that be like, oh, I got to hold on to these Jordan forever. Like, I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go always buy another pair of sneakers.
Well, look,
people don't even money to buy sneakers. So
I bought these for my daughter. This is her first pair of sneakers. I got these shits right here. She 10. She ain't fit this in 10 years. I'm holding on to them damn things.
I mean, with that, you got children, like, but you can hold on to that. Those shoes are small. Yeah, like, that's definitely not
Right.
I had like a size 12 Jordans in my closet for
What?
like 5 years.
Damn, yeah. It would have been hard to let that go. Yo, I'm getting crazy feedback. I don't know what the fuck that is. Y'all heard that? Y'all hear all that noise? Or it's just me?
Yeah, what happened? Echoing.
Yeah, right?
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's feedback coming through, man. Zoom just been fucking up the operation lately. But but that's fine, man. Congrats on your organization. Where can, if somebody want to donate or something, what info can you get from?
You said if somebody were to donate what? It started breaking up.
Oh, excuse me. If somebody want to donate some clothes or sneakers to your organization, how can they go about doing that?
Just shoot us here. We do have a drop-off location that is sent so we can come pick.
Okay. So
we got a whole board. We got a whole team. So like we got like.
Okay. Let everybody know your social media and your contact info.
Yeah. So it's Walk 'em Out, WALK, Miles. The letter N, not I. Letter N. Our shoes. On all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter.
Okay, bet. That's fine.
Follow us, and we'll definitely assist you. We also have a website, welcomeoutoutourshoes.org, where it has updates for any community service events that we have going on. We actually have a park cleanup on Sunday at Riverbank Park in North New Jersey. So if you know anybody in the area that wants to come back, get back to the park, man, tell them to come out.
Okay, fine.
Years, and we're gonna provide some water and stuff too. You know, when people come out, when they take time out of their day to drive to come to us for our services, make sure that they're good, make sure they got their snacks, make sure they get water. You know, they're hot outside. You know.
Good.
Make sure good. Also, we have our fundraising event on the 25th of June. Tickets can be purchased on Eventbrite. We'll be honoring everyone who's contributed to the service, and we'll be giving everybody a brief overview of what we do, help. We'll have some slideshows of like service that we've done, providing beverages, appetizers. You know, it's going to be a good networking event. A lot of people from other businesses and organizations are coming too. Okay. And just a way to just have fun and cater to the whole. It's been over for years now, so we just want to get back to the community some more. You know, having people come out here and network.
Okay, that's fire, bro. Unfortunately, we won't be able to make it on the 25th because we're gonna. I was just thinking, like, damn, that'd have been dope if we could pull up, but we definitely won't be able to make this one. But please let us know any future events you got going on. We're gonna try.
Yeah, gotcha.
Best to be present out there, you know, and network. Like you said, networking is important nowadays.
Yep, definitely.
Yep. Okay, Eugene, before we get you out of here, bro, we're going to play some games, okay?
Okay.
All right, so with every guest that come through here, we play a game called Real Talk or Nah. And tonight's game is sponsored by We Are Jersey Magazine, so you will have the chance to win a free t-shirt. But you have to pick which statement is real talk. So I got 3 statements here, and you have to let us know which statement is real talk. When I say real talk, I mean it's an actual fact. But you got to be careful because the other 2 statements, I might have switched the number or word to throw you off a little bit.
Okay.
You feel me? And since we got Eugene here, of course, all these statements is about NBA players and basketball. So we want to test your b-ball knowledge. All right, so the first statement is Dennis Rodman was born in Detroit, Michigan. Second statement is Kawhi Leonard has more finals MVPs than triple doubles. And the third statement is Bill Russell won 11 championships and 11 finals MVPs with the Celtics. One of those is an actual fact.
I'm going to be real. The first one I think is a fluke. Because I remember seeing a documentary on Dennis Rodman. I don't think he was born in Detroit. I know he played.
Okay.
Kawhi Leonard definitely don't be getting triple doubles like that. He only got one. He got 2. He don't get doubles. Like I see him get double doubles. Bill Russell, 11 championships and 11 MVPs.
11 finals MVPs.
I'm gonna go with modern. I'm gonna go with Kawhi Leonard not having that many triple doubles because I know he don't. I'm wrong.
Okay, so Pebbles and Gutcheck gonna participate, but they can't win. They just like to participate. So Pebbles, you wanna go?
I'm gonna go with the last statement.
So she's going with Bill Russell, 11 chips, 11 MVPs, final MVPs. Gutcheck.
I don't think it's right, but you know, I don't know.
That's a lot. 11 chips and 11. That's a lot. Gutcheck, what you got?
I got nothing.
You ain't got nothing on this one? Ooh, you doing black.
I was gonna say that Gutcheck, like, I don't know. I might not have nothing in there.
I'll take the first one then.
All right. So, real talk or nah, Kawhi Leonard has more finals MVPs than triple doubles.
I knew it. No triple doubles. I'll be following his game. He gets double doubles, but no, he don't be passing that ball.
No, I thought you would find that hard. You know what? You had
passing that ball, and Bill Russell is too old for me to even. I'm not gonna go there. Like I'm a Celtics fan.
Right.
I feel like somewhere down the line, somebody else got an MVP in that mix because that's just a lot of championships with all MVPs.
Oh, right. Well, let's break it down.
Let's break it down. Too perfect.
Let's break it down. Kawhi Leonard has 2 MVPs, 1 career triple-double.
Yup.
Okay. Dennis Rodman was not born in Detroit. He was actually born right here, Trenton, New Jersey. Well, we not in Trenton. We in New Jersey when I say right here.
I know he did.
And Bill Russell won 11 championships 0 MVP.
I figured.
0.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, 11 MVPs is too good to be true, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's like Steph Curry don't even got no MVPs.
Right.
He's the best player on the court.
Right. That's it, brother. You out of here, man. Thank you again for taking the time to chop it up with us. Please let the people know one more time where they can reach you at.
You can reach me on Instagram, on Twitter, Facebook. I am Eugene Campbell. Same name for everything. Like I said, for Walk 'em Out in Our Shoes, it's the letter N, Our Shoes. Could be found on all social media platforms spelled the same way. And visit us at www.walkemountourshoes.org. And appreciate you. We Are Jersey. I actually was featured on a magazine, so shout out to them for real. Yeah.
Perfect. That's perfect. You got a T-shirt? You got a T-shirt from them yet?
Nah.
Oh.
They invited me to their red carpet event, but I wasn't able to make it.
Oh, same here. Okay, well, you got one on the way now, brother. I'm going to hit your DM and give you the information about how to retrieve that.
Okay.
Word, bro. It's definitely a blessing, man. We can't wait to reconnect with you and build and just follow your story and just see how far you're going to take this, man. We rooting for you, and we got your back.
Sky's the limit, man. I'm just out here grinding. You know, I just came back from the gym before this, so I got to get my rest. After the podcast, you know, we just talked about that. I'm going to eat and I'm going to get some rest.
That's it. That's fire, bro. Again, thank you, everybody listening. Make sure y'all follow Eugene Campbell and follow Walk a Mile in Our Shoes. That's it, right?
Yep. And make sure Eugene Campbell III, because I'm named after my grandfather who's deceased and my father who is still around, but me and him don't like getting each other mixed up, even though we got the same names.
Got it. Throw that third in there. Never forget it. All right, man. We appreciate you, bro.
All right. Thank you, man. It was a pleasure having all y'all.
No doubt.
Thank you so much. Have a blessed night.
Enjoy the rest of your night.
All right, you too.